Enter to win a Force FX lightsaber of your choice. All you have to do is comment below which saber you want, like this video, and join any one of the social media links below. Winners will be announced on October 20th, so that's 2 Fridays from today. I'll announce it on the Instagram and Facebook pages, so be sure to follow them. Good luck, and let's get on with the breakdown.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Today, we finally got the final Star Wars The Last Jedi trailer. This is the one that we've all been waiting for. I am most excited, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends. So without further ado, let's begin with the breakdown in depth. We first start the trailer with Kylo overlooking the First Order assembly, while he appears to be in some sort of hangar, possibly where he is about to leave in his TIE silencer and embark on a mission leading the First Order to victory. We then hear Snoke's voice as he speaks to someone who we're believed is to be Kylo Ren. However, things can always be deceiving, as always in Star Wars. Now, we know Snoke has found Kylo as a little boy, so it could be that he speaks to Kylo about the raw, untamed power that he felt within him. However, what makes me question this, and I'll explain further at the end of this video, is the fact that just when we're built up to see more of Kylo, we are hit with the shot of Rey igniting Anakin's lightsaber, or Luke's. Whoever Snoke is speaking to, and I believe it is Rey, he has had an eye on them for a long time, just like Palpatine has with Anakin. Palpatine saw something remarkable within him, and ever since twisted his mind bit by bit to turn him to the dark side. Could Snoke be talking about Kylo, or do you think it's Rey that he means? He was searching for her and the droid all throughout The Force Awakens, so could it be for her powers, or could it be for the droid's connection to Luke Skywalker? And with him, the first Jedi Temple, riddled with all of the ancient books and holocrons that he has found throughout the galaxy. Next, we're hit with Rey handing Luke the saber. This is the moment that we've all been waiting for, as we're given the selected snippets of Rey's journey throughout her training, walking into the fog, symbolizing her unsureness of what's to come. This is her embarkment into a world that she does not know. As we see her train and develop, we then see Luke's astonishment at her breaking the massive boulder that she's most likely being trained to break. As Rey's voice can be heard, she tells us that something inside her has always been there. This is the Force that she speaks of, no doubt. However, what is most curious is when she says, "Then I was awake." Now this plays into that Snoke video I made. Does this mean that she's been asleep, much like Snoke? A light side of the dark that now looms over the galaxy? Perhaps Rey isn't related to Luke, Obi-Wan, or anyone that we've questioned before. Perhaps she has been awoken, much like Snoke. At this point, speculation is our best friend, at least for the next few months. The piece that we next see, which I want to discuss, is Luke looking at Rey, or to someone, in immense fear, as he speaks the raw strength that he's seen once before, is something that he is now afraid of. I believe that he's speaking of the Emperor, and when he was being electrocuted alive in front of his father, Darth Vader, which brought Anakin back to the light, killing Palpatine for good and bringing the Jedi's prophecy to existence. Take note of how I say Jedi's prophecy. Now, if he's not speaking of the Emperor, then he could be speaking of Kylo. I think he's saying this near the start of the film, where Rey asks for his guidance and training, and he turns his back on her. Or, just maybe, he isn't telling Rey, but rather the Force ghosts. Maybe it's his father, or Yoda. The video I made earlier today outlining what happened to Luke's hand seems to be right, at least so far, as we see Luke's mechanical hand emerge from the rubble and destruction that the fire has created. Now, this is the fire that Kylo has rumored to have created in the Jedi Temple, destroying everything that Luke has built and found. I believe that Luke went back in there for the book, and he emerged from the fire to claim it. This book is the Book of the Ancient Wills, and it will teach Luke all that he doesn't know about the ancient users of the Force, and in turn, Snoke. More about that can be found in today's earlier video. Finally, we get to Kylo's arc, where we see him frustrated, angry, torn, and again throwing another fit, most likely feeling inferior to his grandfather and wondering when his true powers will be released, slamming his helmet as he tells someone that the past must die, to kill it, to become what he has to. Is he referencing to Han Solo and how he killed his own father, fixing the mistake that Vader made when he should have killed his son? Could he be talking to himself, or perhaps Rey? Is this dialogue from the end of the film that will turn him back to the light? We are then given images of his TIE fighter, inspired by Darth Vader, flying through the galaxy. We're given shots back and forth from Leia and Kylo, as we see him immensely conflicted as he tests his dark side on pulling the trigger in front of what seems to be his mother. Do you think he'll do it? Will he kill all of his parents? How will they end Leia's arc in this film? Could this be it, or is there another moment that will be revealed in December with the full film? We then see Finn and Phasma go at it, head to head in a heated battle, while Luke tells us that this won't go the way Rey thinks, or am I assuming he speaks to Rey? As this is similar to the scene in Rey's flashback or flash forward vision. Could it be that we get this scene that we've all wanted with the Knights of Ren? As I mentioned in the last video and videos prior to this, Kylo Ren bests Luke, and that's what I've been told. It seems as Luke cowers in the corner of the rain-covered rocks, he tells Kylo, or whoever he speaks to, that this won't go how he thinks. As we near the end of the trailer, we see Rey drop into the water. This could be part of her training as she goes up against a massive sea monster of some sort, making us recollect on the fact that there's always a bigger fish, just like Qui-Gon tells us. I know that the director, Rian Johnson, is a big fan of the prequel trilogy, so I expect to see many references here, and I'm hopeful to see Anakin and Yoda. Now, of course, the final scene that left us all in shock, Snoke's voice, as he tells us the exact same line Palpatine says, and funny enough, the same line in all of my videos at the end. To fulfill your destiny. As he holds Rey in the air, using Force Freeze, much like Kylo did against the blaster bolt, as she screams in pain, held, unable to move, with her robes being drawn towards Snoke. Now, could my leak theory video be as I stated? Could that mystery emailer be true after all? Is Snoke trying to absorb her Force essence? Is she who he really was speaking to at the start of the film? I think so. I think Rey ends up on Snoke's ship after Snoke crushes Kylo, taking what he wants just as Han warned. Will this be Luke's moment to enter the throne room and fight the most powerful being in the entire galaxy, spanning thousands of years? Or could this be the cliffhanger where Episode 8 ends and Episode 9 begins, with Luke igniting his green lightsaber? Or his father's. As we end the trailer, we see Rey speak to what seems to be Kylo, but I really think that it is Luke that she speaks to, as her voice is echoed and the background looks like that of a cave, much like the one on Oct 2 that Luke trains in. So who is Kylo extending his hand to? Could it be Leia? He has the same look on his face as he did when he killed his father, the look of being torn with sorrow, defeat, and confusion. What will happen to Leia in this film? Will Snoke do something to her? Is that how Kylo turns back to the light, or will he remain in the dark? Will there be a possible sacrifice? There are so many theories here to build upon, and I will surely make them all for you guys. I want to ask you though, what do you think of the trailer in general? Is it what you were expecting? For me, I'm pretty happy, and I can't wait to upload this video for you and read all of your comments. Thank you so much everyone for watching this breakdown. I'm so excited for the film and all the content to come. I hope you're all having a great day or night wherever you are watching this in the galaxy, and I will see you all in the next episode of Star Wars Theory. Until then, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends, remember,
the Force will be with you always.